Well, thanks for bearing with me. I'm afraid the signal dropped when I went into the little cabin. I thought it was a mountain bothy. But actually it's not. There's no trace of the Mountain Bothy Association on it, and I think what it actually is just a fisherman's house, fisherman's cottage. That's all. Good enough though. Yeah, that's why there are no beds and bed places in it. Nothing off the floor to sleep apart from this dubious looking settee in the other room. So there we are. So Donnie and I had lunch in there. We'd have been better outside because it was actually colder inside than it was outside in the sunshine. But never mind. At least we experienced, oh excuse me, you don't want to see my chin. You want to see that. Much better. So I hope the signal picks up. We're climbing a bit, so it should be more chance of it being better up here. There's a bit of snow around. You'll maybe notice if the resolution is good enough on this first run, you'll see some snowy peaks. See that? So there's a bit of snow. Little traces of it on the path as well. So we're going over to check out another bit of a walk which the high level walkers will be doing in our club in a few weeks. So they'll be going, I think, to the top of that hill there. We're not going to. We had quite a late start today due to traffic in East Kilbride, which was awful. So it took us 2 hours getting up here. So the little loch there that you can see, just there somewhere you can see the water. Yeah, so that's Skiach. Fisher Person's Loch. There's a little family there, a lady and gentleman and a wee girl just arrived at the cottage, the bothy. And they were there to do some fishing. Apparently there's pike in there. Deer's tracks, maybe. I think they'd brought plenty of stuff with them, warm gear in their car. If they're sensible, well, if they're able to, they should light a fire, get some heat going. There are 2 fireplaces, one in each half of the building. Oh, this is probably going to be difficult for wind now for you to hear anything. So I'll maybe just carry on walking and talk. If there's a drop in the breeze. Nice dry stone dike up here. In the UK you get a lot of dry stone dikes, stones laid, loose laid by experts. It must have taken a lot of man hours, a lot of sweat, building things like that. You see them in England as well. It's a skill that hasn't been lost altogether, because you still have people doing it. I think it's a much coveted skill. Not a lot of people doing it, but the National Trust, for example, and bodies like that require people with those skills to keep their properties as they were. Slow down for a second just to let you get a better view. How's that? It's actually quite a sizable loch, Loch Skiach. Yeah, meanders its way in the glen there. It is difficult with live streams to catch people when they're free to look. Especially during the working week, and during the day people have got other things. I think if I was doing this at night time by torchlight, I'd probably get more more people dropping in to say hello. Today has been a great day for walking. It's cold. My fingers holding the camera here are icy cold. And apologies for my sniffing, my nose is cold as well. Where we're walking is in the Perth and Kinross area of Scotland. It's very pleasant. Not huge hills around compared to some of the ones that I show you on my channel. But very, very pleasant. The only signs of nature we have come across so far really were the woodpeckers. If you look at the Hike3 of this little series that I've done today, you might manage to hear the woodpecker. The microphone on the iPhone is quite sensitive, so it's possible I've picked it up. See on the Loch there, you can see it taking off right in the middle of something white. Who knows? Good area for wind turbines. There's debate about wind turbines. Oops, what's that? A little caterpillar. Is it dead or alive? I think it's dead. Cold must have got to it, poor thing. I think in a few months' time I'll maybe spend £100 or so to buy a gimbal for this. Oh, what's happened here? Something has been ripped to pieces. Any bird experts can tell me what that is. There you are. It might just be a grouse feather. There you go. The views are opening up. Opening up to the highlands. I'll zoom in on that when I get a bit more clearance around the corner here. Oh, that's nice. The resolution might be a bit low just now. I think it is when you're doing a live stream straight off, not on Wi-Fi. So zooming in might not work too well. Let's give it a try. There you go, a few of the distant snowy mountains. There's Donny well ahead, if you can see his red hat. He thinks it's a marathon. I hear guns as well. I don't know if you can hear them occasionally. Just in the distance, possibly. Something's being shot. I don't know what's in season. Ordnance Survey app and View Ranger app for navigation in the hills have a facility for identifying mountains. I tried it on this phone today. You just point it at the landscape and it comes up with a lot of labels. The labels tell you what the mountain is in the distance, and it tells you how far away it is in kilometres. Hi Pinto Mahakul, thank you very much for looking in. Where are you located, if you don't mind telling me? It's always interesting to know where people are. If you know anybody who likes this kind of thing, please give me share the link while I'm going with anybody you know who likes hiking or likes live streams. Yeah, is the quality actually good enough? Sometimes the signal's not too good and it becomes a bit blocky and broken up, pixelated. But if it's a good signal, I'll be quite happy. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do my best. A bit shaky. I need to have a gimbal really to keep the camera a little bit steadier. I find it helps when I use my little tripod. I have a little bendy-legged tripod I can just hold in my hand as I go along. And it does help to keep the camera steadier, I think. It's certainly more convenient for carrying, because at present I've just got my thumb and fingers top and bottom on the camera. Looking good, huh? Beautiful. Wow, that's nice. Lovely. What would be nice would be if you could keep on videoing, and then when you come across a really nice view, just stop and, you know, press a button to take a photo of that particular view without losing the live stream. Because that seems to be what happens. I just lose it if I stop to do anything. See a bit of snow still here. Just in the shadowy bits where the sun barely reaches to melt it. And on the higher, oops, and on the higher peaks. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever gave me the thumbs up. Trying to see where the high walk track will be going. Maybe up there on that lighter, or maybe further over. I think that's what Donnie's trying to work out too. Hello extra viewer, thank you very much for looking in. Wow. Still there. Oh, it's better. Let's go onto the path again before I fall. There we go, that's better. Well, although it looks very sunny and nice, my fingers are nipping. One hand in my pocket. It's a bit odd, you start climbing the hills and you get absolutely roasting hot. But it's quite cool, it's about 7 or 8 degrees today. And it feels like minus something. I think it's too cold to be worried about snakes. We do have vipers or adders in these hills. But they don't tend to be out in days like this unless it's quite warming up and it's not warm enough. They like to lie on a warm, sunny rock to get their body temperature up. But I've yet to see a live adder. I'd love to see one. Last year our coach driver was delighted because while we were walking at Carbridge, you can look up the video on that, it's a nice video too. We're walking at Carbridge near the Green Loch, and he was out walking on his own, and he came across an adder. Well,